Oh, hello, welcome to Chicago. We're at the Cultural Center, and this is the Architectural Biennial. We'll check it out here. We'll check out the exhibits. I already went in the door here, and we'll try to cover the exhibits that are here this year. We already checked out some of the exhibits at the Thompson Center, and I think there's a lot more exhibits here. How's it going, John? Thanks for tuning in. Can you hear me okay? I want to make sure I don't have the mute on. You know, it's me, sometimes I get it wrong. Hello. See, we just entered the main entry here off of Randolph. Let's see, they got some stuff here. So, you know, that goes out to Randolph on either side. Here's the security desk. When you come inside here, they got some displays. And this is the first time I'm touring through it. Nice map of Millennium Park that we always walk through. Sharon, how's it going? Be creative. Dolores, hey, thanks for tuning in. Yeah. Welcome to the Chicago Cultural Center. You know, I had this idea to do a water taxi today. Then dummy me, I go online and they are only running the water taxis during the morning and evening rush hour, Tuesdays through Fridays during the weekdays. So if we do a water taxi, it'll have to be in the evening or the morning. They don't run them at lunchtime because there's not a critical mass of people to use them, and so, you know, it's not economically feasible. They're not going to run the water taxi. So see, that's what that CAB is. See the CAB over there. So, hey, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for checking this out with me. You see how it's a bunch of architectural exhibits here. Usually they have seasonal displays of the artwork, and this might be some artwork stuff here, but rituals and prayer. Look at this water. You see how the water's flowing over the digital image there. So, you know, the Cultural Center is also like an art center because they always have art displays. Look, there's a bunch of jewelry over here. Look at this stuff. See, you know, and this is the Cultural Center's free. It's close to where I work, so in years past I would always walk over here and check out the displays, and that's why I'll just share them with you all. And isn't that nice? Look at just the amount of stuff in the world. Look, they got little lockets of people's pictures. You know, but this is really nice. Look, see, it changed. You see the image is changing. You know, I could see somebody having one of these in their lobby or something. But so this is probably not part of the architectural biennial. It's like art displays. Rest and recess in the courtyard. These are art displays. Look, they got it. They have a tree inside the Cultural Center. They got these little benches you can sit on. Look at this little water thing here. Look how nice this is. And you can see the scale of it here, you know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a brief overview. We're going to try to get to the upper levels so we can check out the let's see, here's the gift shop here. And we've been in, but look, Harold Washington party turning to Clark Street in Chicago. So, but here we'll go up to the upper levels here, and we'll see if we can get. We'll see if we can get to the Architectural Biennial. We got time here, and you were here this summer. Yeah, people working on murals. Yeah, they and you know, I tried to go through here about a month ago, I tried to go through here about a month ago, and they didn't have anything set up. Here's the Chicago Architectural Biennial. They got some interior design, the making a garden of strange fruit. I guess this is what it's supposed to be. Eventually this will be like a Marion Legacy garden. That's a rendering. Marion Legacy, Samuel Levi Jones, LAA office, Marion, Indiana. It's a remembrance of the lynching of James Cameron, these three people, Thomas Ship, Abraham Smith, and strange fruit. So that's what this is. What a sobering memorial here. But let's check it out here. And this is all part of the Chicago Architectural Biennial. It shows the whole design concept, the site plan, Marion, Indiana, the rendering of the parking and how you enter it. And hopefully we'll follow up on this to see if this is actually installed. And a lot of the exhibits will be like this. It'll be architect steps showing all different kinds of stuff. There'll be stuff over here, but I want to go up this way. Majority. Am I still streaming okay? I might have lost the connection here. Let's do this. Keep trucking here. Cutting in and out. Okay. So hopefully my connection will get better. Thanks for letting me know I was cutting in and out here. I might have to switch to filming. And we can start this thing over here. And yeah, anytime I get within the walls here, let me try this. Let me start this live over, and I'm going to switch my connection here. I don't know, I got to get it from that. Doing good now? Okay, well, we'll keep going. We'll keep going here. Thanks for tuning in. We'll cut this out later. So, welcome to Chicago. Welcome to the Cultural Center. Good. Thanks, Chris. Good. So, maybe it'll get better when I get further up in this building. I wanted to show this before, and we've been in this before. Here's the beautiful ceiling. This is the Grand Army of the Republic room here in the Chicago Cultural Center. Of course, library, and I always tell the story of before we do it, you see the Civil War battles above the door here, and the whole story of the Chicago Cultural Center, which was built after the Great Chicago Fire, is when Queen Victoria heard the news in 1871 of the Great Chicago Fire. She assumed, like most people, that Chicago was large enough that we lost our library in the Great Chicago Fire. The funny thing is, Chicago didn't have a public library or even probably a fire department in 1871. They had a fire department, but it was very unorganized. And so she donated from her personal collection, which was she donated like thousands of books, which made up the original core collection of the Chicago Public Library. The funny thing, Chicago didn't have a library, and so they raised money when they rebuilt the city. They said, well, we got the Queen Victoria's books here, we got to build a building grand enough to house Queen Victoria's book collection, and that became this building, which was the original Chicago Public Library. It was built in the late 1890s, 1890, around the time of the World's Columbian Exposition is when they built this. And then, of course, it was before World War II and World War I, and so the biggest war in America before that was the American Civil War. And so they commemorated the Grand Army of the Republic, which was the Union Army. They commemorated a bunch of Civil War battles in the door here, and this is the room here. And of course, that's what this dome is. We filmed this dome before. There's the Tiffany Dome on the other side. This is the Grand Army of the Republic Dome. And it's equally impressive. It has like thousands of, The soft floors, yeah. It has thousands of glass, stained glass tiles in it. And of course it's protected on the outside. I'll show you what it looks like on the outside, but it's such an impressive dome here as you enter the northern wing here on the second floor. See GAR, Grand Army of the Republic Memorial Hall. That's what they call that. And then I'll back up. We'll get the dome here. There's two domes within the Cultural Center. This is the, I guess, the Grand Army of the Republic Dome. And we'll head over here. Sometimes, yeah, it looks like they got some exhibits here in the Chicago rooms. Hopefully my connection will stay on here. We'll walk through this portion here. See the Chicago Architectural Biennial. And like I said, I wanted to do a water taxi today, but they only run the water taxis, dummy me, they run them in the evenings and mornings during the rush hour, and so they're not running them at the noon hour. There's not enough people taking them. So we'll check out these exhibits here. Look at this. Look at this exhibit. This is the Chicago Architectural Biennial. Remember when we went to the Thompson Center on Friday, they had some esoteric displays of certain architectural concepts, and that's what this is. You know, 100 Links, Architecture Land in and out of the Americas, 2003. What's it all mean? It's all, sometimes it's beyond me too. I try to explain it and I don't even understand it myself, and you end up talking, sound like NPR or something. Yeah, isn't that amazing? Yeah. Oh, okay. Let's see. The dome with the big message that goes all the way around. I think that's on the other side. We'll go check that out, Chris. I think that's the Tiffany domes in the room where you used to check out books when this was a library, and that's why they have all the different languages around there, you know, from different cultures throughout the world in the mosaics, and we'll show that. And so here we'll head up the stairs. We'll go to the top floor and we'll walk across the top floor, and then we'll come down the other side as long as I can maintain a connection here. Yeah, again, if you just joined, we're in the Chicago Cultural Center. We're checking out the Chicago Architectural Biennial, the 5th one they had every 2 years. And sometimes some of my friends from out of town travel just specifically to go to lectures and visit this stuff. My connection might cut out as we're going up and down these stairs, so thanks for bearing with me. We're in the Chicago Cultural Center, and we're heading up to the uppermost floors. And the rooms themselves are just impressive. I was trying to get in here earlier a month ago, but everything was closed when they were setting up these exhibits. So we'll see if we can get in here. Yeah, the exhibit hall, here it is. Look at this stuff, look at this. Look at that, look at the detail. So here we are in the upper floors here. They got a bunch of scaffolding. They got a bunch of exhibits. We'll go around here. Look, they got structures. And I'll just give you a brief overview. I'm just gonna breeze through all this stuff, give you an overview of what's here. You can visit it on your own if you're downtown, if you're interested. If not, I understand some of it's like, what's it all mean? You know, it's interesting photographs. Look, see, there's the L tracks, remember? Look at the tulips there. They planted the tulips in an empty lot. And I guess that's, you know, redefining redlining. And it's probably certain areas of the Chicago neighborhoods that were redlined, like the Black Belt when we walked through Bronzeville and all that stuff. Look, it's great for stuff like this. Look at the whole image of the Chicago grid there. You know, layers of the city, layers on the city on top of each other. You know, sorry, thank you. Look, D-Lab. Talking about the D-Lab laboratory here. They got a nice whole display here. Oh, look at this. It's like a kiln. It's like a brick kiln. I guess they're like firing the bricks here. Very important building material, bricks. Hey, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Yeah, we're at the Chicago Architectural Biennial in the Cultural Center, and I'm just cruising through here to see what's in here. And we'll have to do a water taxi other time because they don't run at lunchtime. I didn't realize that because I never take it. And these are nice watercolors. It's black and white watercolors. Look at that. You know, it's amazing the work that goes into this. There's a neon sign right there. Look at this. Who's that? What is that? They got a Superman costume. What is this? Look at all this. They got little dioramas. Look, Louisville Slugger. They got a Spartans. What is all this stuff? Look at all the patches. And you know, I'm just amazed that all this stuff exists in the world. You know, they got these photographs. Oh, so this is a display about January 6th. This is a display about January 6th. It took me a while to figure it out, and I think it's like tongue in cheek. Look at that. That's amazing. I know I probably shouldn't touch the displays here. Let's see if we can figure out what this is. This is an important political statement here. Welcome to Chicago. Here, let's check it out here. Oh, here we go. Content advisory. Okay, good. There we go. Let's see if we can find this here. Schematics and speculation. That's that. Here we go. That's it. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So here's the Amy Coupler, London, examines the racial violence, the heart of the Capitol insurrection. I saw that over there. I was like, what is this? Wow. And then look, larger biennial theme. Racial violence from the Chicago riots in 1919. Capitol insurrection in 2020. Isn't that amazing? Almost 100 years later. And the aftermath, the insurrection, various objects were presented as evidence. This is all stuff that was presented as evidence. And they will be accessioned into the collection at the Smithsonian. Wow, let's look at this. Look, a gas mask. The eagle. This is all pieces of evidence. This is all like pieces of evidence. And remember the guy put his foot on the desk? Nancy Pelosi's desk, the gavel. Here, look at this. Isn't this amazing how this has been ingrained in our cultural psyche? The zip ties, the megaphone, fighting with the Capitol Police. Here, someone went to jail because they stole this. The Speaker of the... And Nancy Pelosi's daughter has a documentary on HBO where she interviews some of the people that went to jail and were tried. And isn't this amazing? I just stumbled upon this. And again, I'm at the Cultural Center. I usually shy away from making overt political things. I'm just filming what's here because it's part of the Architectural Biennial. And this is an important stuff here. Well, you can watch it in the reruns. There is any. I imagine in the comments if this is on TikTok. I know Chris and Tara. I know, and that's why I appreciate you, my lunchtime audience on YouTube, because you're mature enough to handle it. Even if whatever your thoughts are on. I know we I kind of lean to the left. I live in Chicago, but I'm still savvy enough to realize the left gets things wrong sometimes too. You got to question everything. We all fall different areas of the political spectrum. And but I'm a hippie, but I'm also libertarian because some things about cancel culture bother me too, because you got to be able to have the right to be offended. You can't. We know this stuff because maybe it's just I'm older, or I don't know. I'm still some things about the younger generation. There's a generation gap. But thanks for tuning in and checking this Architectural Biennial out with me. I'm just seeing what's here and trying to film it here. Excuse me. We'll go around here. We'll keep on trucking here. See, they got a lot of digital screens here. Usually this is what it is. Usually it's elevations, architectural renderings of Cabrini Green. Look, these remember we walked, this is significant. We walk through Cabrini Green a lot on my walks to and from work. These are renderings of some of the buildings that were torn down, what used to pejoratively be called the housing projects, but you know, it's public housing here in Chicago. And we lost so much public housing, and that relates to Parkway Gardens. We went to Parkway Gardens on Sunday. It still stands. Even though it was affordable housing, it wasn't public in the same way as this was, because it was privately owned and managed. This was true publicly owned housing that was managed by the Chicago Housing Authority, and it fell into disrepair, and they had to demolish it because it actually was unsafe for the residents living there. You know, and you know, look at these interesting, colorful displays here. Look, they got some. Look at this old slide projector. That's a relic right there. Just seeing a old slide projector in the digital age with the old slides projecting here. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know if, you know, this is the Chicago Architectural Biennial. Checking it. Usually they just have it here at the Cultural Center. They had a few exhibits at the Thompson Center. I think it's going to be here for a month or two. It's going to be here through Christmas time, through New Year's, I think. So there's time to see it. And then, you know, what we got, 12/27. I'm just really quickly going through all these things. I'm very fortunate they're letting me film in here, because sometimes in the past they've asked me not to film in here, but they see what I'm doing. I was talking with the security guard over there, and he saw what was going on, so they didn't say I couldn't. And look at this. Yeah, it's probably because it's the Architectural Biennial. A lot of what architects, even urban planners, landscape architects, you do the topo, you do topo models. I guess that's what this is. And look, see the rooms themselves. Look at the ceilings. You know, when this was the Chicago Public Library, the main branch before they built the Harold Washington Library and this became the Cultural Center, imagine the bookshelves in this room, you know, and it was meant to be back in the day when the, oh, what is that? This bird. Look at this bird. It's a mechanical bird. It's got a little button there. Huh. What's it all mean? I don't know. But, you know, you really put, it was supposed to be civic pride in our public institutions to, you know, the publics, the commons. We all share the library. We all check out the books. It was supposed to, you know, and even, you know, people used to dress more formally and all that stuff. There was all these, you know, and I know we're in this postmodern era where we question all that, you know, but there was a reason, and it was just emulating the European architectural styles, you know. But look at that ceiling. Oh, the Genesee Theater in Waukegan. Yeah, I saw that, Chris. Yeah, and thanks for going inside that, those theaters. Just like, you know, all the detail that went into the theaters. It was a public, you know, not just for movies, but for theater assemblies. And later they used some of those places for churches when they stopped being theaters, you know, and the amount of detail that they used to put in those theaters is amazing. But here we're at the Chicago Architectural Biennial. I'm just filming the displays here and giving everybody a brief overview. See, they always build these full-scale models of different design concepts. You know, maybe some of it. There's the bird. It's pretty good. I want to get one of these birds. That would make a great ornament, wouldn't it? Yeah. Well, look, they got the animal skins. This is more naturalistic, I guess. Or the animal furs in this structure. I don't know what this represents. Sometimes I'm as confused as everybody else. They're like, "You work in the design field. Explain this to us." I'm like, I don't know either. Well, look, we got some sculpture. We got some scale models. We got a map of the loop. This almost looks like urban planning. Look, I guess it's signifying the river, how the course of the river has changed. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so bear with me. I think what this is this shows how the shoreline of Lake Michigan. Okay, let me show you here so you can see what we're looking at. There's the loop. There's the south branch of Chicago River. There's the north branch. There's the confluence at Wolf Point. That's the main channel. Remember how I said Lake Michigan used to come closer to Michigan Avenue. I think that's the original shoreline, and the river used to bend and actually flow in there. And then they, back in the early 1800s, they dredged the mouth of the river to make it line up straight so the ships could come straight in. It was hard for this probably would silt up, and so they dredged the channel. And then after the Great Chicago Fire, they pushed some of the rubble into the lake, and most of Grant Park, where Buckingham Fountain is, everything east of Columbus Avenue was reclaimed and used to be part of the lake. And then it's really significant here where the bend, where most of Lakeshore East, that park we walked down into, all used to be in the lake. And look, Navy Pier, here's Navy Pier. Let me back up so you can see it. Navy Pier, of course, we know that, and the whole Jardine, Ohio Street Beach, and look at Streeterville. Most of Streeterville, all the way, even where the John Hancock is. This is where the John Hancock is, right there. So where the John Hancock is used to be in the lake. And North Michigan Avenue, where the Drake Hotel, that used to be in the lake. And remember when Streeter ran his boat aground, he ran it aground there. And because all this silted up, after they built this, the Ogden Slip, and this started to fill in with sand. And that's why he ran aground there. And so look at all this land that was, and the developers like Fairbanks. And they made a fortune because that was land that they just, and Streeter was trying to claim that for himself. Because it was, and there's the break wall. Isn't that nice? Look at that. Now let's get back here so you can see the whole thing. So there you see, north is that way. So that's the loop of Chicago. That's the near north. That's the west side. And you see how much the shoreline in the downtown area, Navy Pier, Jardine, has changed. And that's why it's nice going to stuff like this, because you run into things like that. See, this is where we're at right now. We're at the Cultural Center. That's Michigan Avenue. That's Randolph. So, and the river really made a bend over here. It made a bend that they straightened out and where those railroad yards are, but it doesn't show that on this map. Hey, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Yeah, we're in the Chicago Cultural Center here up on the uppermost floors, checking out. This is made out of pretzels. It's made, or pretzel sticks. Look, you can make a structure out of pretzels. It's look at these sculptures. You got a flamingo. You got a woman. You got the marble head there. Look at this. Like a lamp like this. Hey, you can hang your clothes on there. But look at that. See, you got the clock. This is how it looked when it was a library, and you can really see these walls and this whole space here on the upper floors of the Cultural Center. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Being a nice, and I'm glad my stream's a little better. Look at this. This is a nice sculpture. Holding up the baby mother. Look at the, I guess that's some legs and high heels. I don't know. But the Chicago Architectural Biennial, usually that's what it is. Stuff like this. Let's see if they got anything on the other side. Look at the intricate detail around this door. And look, we are as liable to be corrupted by books as by companions. That's a haunting quote. We'll go back to the January 6th exhibit. Yeah, Mr. Sully exhibit. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to decorate for the holidays. Maybe the outside. This biennial is going to be going on through the holidays. Look how they got a nice projected display here on the wall here. It's kind of neat how it melts away here. Let's see if something comes back here. Oh, this is from Ghana. Huh. Look, this is architecture in Ghana. Look at that. Look at that building. That's interesting. Here's some high rises. And I guess that's what this is showing. Different areas of the world. Look at these high rises. That's amazing. Look how they're displaying this. This looks like a three-dimensional. That's what they call LiDAR. It's a 3D pixel. They fly a drone around it, and XYZ, they map the contours of a building so you can get a three-dimensional model of a building, and it's useful. You can put it in geographic information systems, or you can put it in CAD, computer-aided drafting, and it actually, matches the color. It's a color pixel in 3 dimensions, and they're actually, it's like terabytes of data, and I guess it's representing this thing. Right here, let's head over. Oh, there's the Earth. Oh, there, we're going to Ghana. Oh, we're flying right in. We're zooming in. It's right by the coast there. Look at that. Look at these nice interactive displays. You were there in '92? Wow, crystal blue flunk. That's great. You're crystal blue. Yeah. You're crystal blue on TikTok, and you got the funk. That's great. I know where that comes from. Here's a water fountain. I'm going to get a drink of water here. We'll try to see if there's that writing around there. These displays are usually here. See, this is that alley behind the cultural center we walk through sometimes, and it has the nice mural for the women leaders. They got some different displays here. Am I still streaming okay? Hey, thanks. Yeah, thanks for being on here. There might be some more stuff over this way, so let's see if there's any more. And if not, Department of Cultural Affairs and Special Events. Street lobby. Here, yeah, there's some stuff here. Let's see what this is. Some colorful displays here. The architectural biennial. Look at that. So I guess you can look inside. There's some Christmas lights. You see some Christmas lights over there. And you see that's the outer protective that protects that Tiffany dome, so hail or birds can't damage the exterior of the Tiffany dome. And look at this ceiling. Look at this ceiling within the cultural center. We've talked about this before. If you watch the Untouchable movie, there's the scene where the clown sings the opera when Al Capone, played by Al Pacino in the Untouchable movie that came out in the late 80s with Kevin Costner and Andy Garcia. They used this as the entrance to the Opera House, even though it was really Roosevelt University. And they used Roosevelt University lobby for the hotel where Al Capone lives, which, we showed the house. Look at this, Native American Heritage Month. And here's the beautiful entry to where the Tiffany dome is here. Look at this window. And you can see that in the Untouchable movie. And here's some of the writing, they have quotes from different writers. He that loveth a book will never want a faithful friend, wholesome counselor, Wordsworth. So they have this roped off because they're setting up a banquet for the Native American Heritage Month in November. Native American Heritage Month. Broaden the discussion we have about Thanksgiving, and which is good. And this is the Tiffany Dome in the Cultural Center here in Chicago. And yeah, there's writing around it. See, I know of in the world. Here. We'll go and zoom in. They got the writing from all different. See, there's ancient Hebrew. They got Greek. They got Greek and Arabic and all different types of writing from different languages. And these beautiful mosaics. I mean, the detail of these mosaics for various exhibits or various events like this. They're setting up for this Native American Heritage Month banquet. But here we're in the, look at the light fixtures, the ceiling, everywhere you look in here. It's just, I'm so lucky I get to work near city. Yeah, it's a small world. You were just here. Honored Cuss, thanks for checking it out. Yeah, you know where we're at because you were just here. And thanks for visiting it. I mean, yeah, even thanks to the people that made the ad into it, and at least they're letting me film in here today. And we'll head down the stairs here. See, even in the floor there. Isn't that nice, Tara? I'm glad you're seeing this. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for dealing with the early intermittent stream. It's always something, you know that. What's all these cords? I don't know if this is the display or if it's part of the audio-visual stuff that's got to happen here. But look at this. Look how you can look up this grand entry to the Tiffany Dome in the Cultural Center. They got this staircase and then this window. Classic Chicago-style architecture here. And like galvanized rubber. It's like bicycle tires. So I guess this is something to do with the architectural biennial. What's it all mean? I don't know. It's some like Mad Max display here. But let's check it out here. And there might be some more exhibits on the other side here. Yeah, there's the information. What time we got? 12:43. Yeah, let's walk this way. Let's see if there's anything here we missed. See the Chicago Architectural Biennial, number 5. And here it says the Chicago Public Library Cultural Center dedicated. Yeah, they got some more displays over here. Good. I know, it looks like fiber. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to get out of people's way here. And no return. Let's see if this is open here. No, it's closed. Mobile art makers. We'll just look through the window and see what they got. There's not much in here anyway. One bench, one lub. They got some projected stuff on the wall here. So maybe we'll just go back in the gift shop and just, if I can get it, keep the stream there, we'll just show what's in the gift shop. Sometimes you can walk through these rooms here. Let's see if this door is open. Yeah, they're setting up. There's nothing in there. They got all these posters. It's difficult to understand the universe if you only study one planet. Yeah. There, this is a famous, I'm sure you've seen that before. There's my little, posters, all this graphic design work. Chicago Design Museum, past, present, and future. People spent a lot of time and had to get this approved. Can you read that? So your cleverness and by bewilderment. It's like a riddle. If the world seems cold to you, kindle fires to warm it. Yeah, we'll tell people that on TikTok. So this is called The Good Ideas of Humanity's One Series. Okay. That's interesting. Look at that, how that's cut out of Matthew Hoffman on Susan B. Anthony. Yeah. Huh. You see how they got all these posters here? Yeah, thanks for sticking with 32 safety matches. Life was meant to be lived. Curiosity must be kept alive. One must never, for whatever reason, turn his back on life. Eleanor Roosevelt. And she used the his because, at that time, that's how they talked. Because it was such a patriarchy was set still. Even women would use he and him. Isn't that weird? Now we're so concerned about pronouns. I know I understand that. I understand that's very important to the next generation. I'm still confused by it sometimes because I'm an old fogey. Here, Great Ideas of Humanity, one of a series. I dabble in graphic design, so I like seeing this. I realize how much work has gone into all this stuff. And so here we are at the Cultural Center. So I must have lost people. I must have lost my connection. So thanks for bearing with my bad connection. I'll go back outside. We'll wrap this up. I just want to cruise through this. Thanks for tuning in on a little lunch cruise of the Chicago Cultural Center. Hopefully we're able to see a few things. And sorry for the bad connection. When I get on the ground floor, I seem to lose my connection, so we'll head back outside and we'll use the last 10 minutes. Well, let's check this out. Here's okay, how's it going? How's it going? Oh, look at this. Okay, good. I didn't realize what was going on here. I just wanted to look at the artwork. All right, thank you.
Mahjong.
Oh, Mahjong?
Mahjong.
Mahjong, that's great. That's good. I'm just checking out the Biennial.
What's it called? A CJE?
No. Oh, yeah. It's a DJI. This is a gimbal. This is a gimbal, yeah. And it helps out a lot, even with landscape. You know, it keeps.
Great.
Yeah, it's great for filming stuff.
And you could adjust it. Tilt
oh yeah, yeah. You can use your thumb.
Yeah.
You know.
I love those.
Yeah.
DJI.
DJI.
About $300 or something.
This one was $175. This is like their cheaper model.
New?
It's version 6. Version 6. Yeah, I bought it at Best Buy.
New for
yeah,
$175.
It's not bad at all because, you know, you just got to make sure it doesn't get rained on. You know. Yeah. Have a good day. Thank you. So here, let's head outside, and there, the doors are opening. Hey, how's it going? Thank you, appreciate it. So we're back outside. Sorry for my bad connection there. When I get on the ground floor, I lost my connection there. Thanks for bearing with that. Yeah, I'm still underwhelmed by the Chicago Architectural Biennial. I think I actually enjoyed it more in years past, and maybe that might not be all the exhibits. Sometimes I don't understand what's going on, what they're trying to convey, but it's very important to the architects. And so here, let's cruise up Michigan Avenue. I'll just walk up a block or two, and we'll start wrapping this up. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Appreciate everybody's attention. And good, thanks Tara. Thanks Mayo. Yeah, thanks Wes. And yeah, at least we got to see a few things. I'll go back in the reruns to see if anything recorded, and then I'll see how bad the connection was. And so, and the good news is, you know, I was able to. We got over 500 subscribers. I think we're up to 700 here on YouTube. Thanks for being a part of that. I got over 3,000 hours of watch time, so thanks for watching the reruns. Now I got to wait a month. I got to join AdSense with YouTube, and maybe by that time we'll get up to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 of watched hours, so then I can get that ad money, and that's really what I want. You know, I'm not that interested in charging subscriptions. I think we're beyond that. I like to provide content for free, so you know people can you know, and if you ever somebody, yeah, I won't mention names, but people know who they are. I was so honored, and when I was walking, you know, you all are so great, even on TikTok with gifts and stuff like that. That's enough. You know, I don't have to charge subscriptions. You guys make up for it in so many other ways, but. And by moderating, you know, and I don't expect any of my moderators to pay anything. I should be paying my moderators. But somebody bought my lunch on Sunday. I didn't realize it until I got back and had that PayPal direct thing. So then we can bypass TikTok making a cut off of the stupid gifts, you know. I like that. That we could use TikTok and we could transfer money and we don't have to buy the stupid gift. You know, and I appreciate that. So you know who you are. Thanks for that. And we'll keep on trucking here. Thanks everybody for, yeah, Anita, thanks so much. You guys, you and Chris and Diana. I'm worried about Sarah, and I sent her a message. We'll see. Hopefully everything's okay. Hopefully I didn't anger her or anything. And she does such a great job, and I appreciate her running our whole moderator team. So let me know if you hear anything. And I'll continue to reach out to her. Hope everything's okay. And she did. She bought me lunch, and I appreciate it. I didn't realize it until the next day because I didn't check my account. And then it was like, hey, you got money. I was like, thanks. That is great. And thanks for everybody for being a part of it. Have a great Tuesday, and we'll be on TikTok tonight. So Talk to you later from YouTube land and Chicago. Have a great day.